Hey love, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're talking about the two crucial mindset pieces that you need in your daily mindset practice. These are the only two things you need. Something that I see happen a lot, or conversations that come up a lot with clients is, what do I put in my morning routine? What do I put in my mindset practice in the morning? Because there's so many things that I could do. And there are so many things that you can do. And that's a great thing and maybe a not so great thing because it gives you so much free range to do what feels good in the moment. But then we can also leave ourselves with this feeling of I need to do all of it. So I'm going to give you the only two things that you actually should incorporate into your mindset practice. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, join our beautiful community here. Make sure you also scroll down to the description and get on one of the 3 free gifts that I've got for you there that will really help you jump into this content on an even deeper level to really implement the practices that I talk about here into your everyday life. There are also 2 courses, my Rest for Success course and the Aligned Productivity Academy. You can get on both of those wait lists. Go check them out. It's a great place to get started if you are actually ready to go deeper into this work on a serious level, skin in the game. And then you can also see some really accessible ways to work with me one-on-one. Make sure you also like this video and let me know in the comments at the end of the video what your biggest takeaway was and what's in your morning routine. How do you currently do it and how does it feel for you? Is it something that you really love and enjoy, or is it something that kind of feels like a chore right now? All right, let's dive in. So there are only 2 things that you need to do in your morning routine. And these 2 things really encompass bigger pieces. But what I have found to be true is that these are really the only 2 things that you need that help you tap into a lot of the other potential mindset techniques that you could be using, but all in one go. So I actually have a video on why you don't need a morning routine. I think that that's what it's called, but I'll link it here. And it really goes into what the issue with mindset practices are and why we want a morning routine and why they don't work. And it just really ties in well with this video. So I recommend you go check that out next. But here are the 2 things. The first thing that you want to have in your mindset practice is proof. And what proof means is you want to go through the process of looking for evidence as to what is already showing up in your life in terms of what you are wanting to attract or what you're manifesting or what your goal is. This really starts to teach your brain to look for the things that are working. Okay, that's number 1. And number 2, it allows you to tap into gratitude. So you get really excited about the fact that, okay, I'm manifesting or I'm wanting to create a relationship or a partner or a business or a job opportunity or a promotion, whatever your current goal is. In what ways are those already showing up for me? Not in the big sense of the goal necessarily, because that is us waiting for the big goal to come in before we celebrate, before we get excited, before we enjoy what we already have. But in the sense of, oh my gosh, I'm attracting a partner and like someone just flirted with me on the street, or I just got asked out, or I'm wanting to create a business and I had someone ask me about my services and it was so exciting to be able to talk about it and really own it for the first time. So these are ways in which we're looking for proof on a day-to-day basis of where are the things that I'm manifesting or that I'm wanting to attract, or the goals that I'm working towards right now, whatever language you want to use for that, how are they already showing up in my life in smaller ways? Again, you can write them out literally as they happened. Like, for example, so-and-so talked to me, or I saw this really great job posting and it felt really exciting. Or my boss told me about an opportunity, for example, or money just came through to me. And then turn it into gratitude. So I'm so grateful that $1,000 just came through to me, or I'm so grateful that I'm clearly putting out this energy of receptivity because people are talking to me now, or everyone's so friendly. What are you grateful for that links back to the proof of the thing that you're wanting to create in your life? Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 then is deciding. And this is where working with our mindset and our belief system comes into play. This is where affirmations come into play. So deciding comes down to you drawing a line in the sand of this is what I'm creating, and I am 1000% full-bodied, yes, committed, not just to creating it, but that this gets to happen for me because I have put myself into the belief system that I want this thing and I desire this thing because it's meant for me. I feel so aligned with this thing, and therefore I know that I get to have it. It's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it's not a matter of how it happens. I simply get to release that for right now and tap into, I get to have this thing. I'm so committed and it's so true to me that this is done. Okay. And that's the decision. And you need to make this decision before you have the actual end proof of it. And that's why we want to do the proof as step number one on a daily basis of small things, because it helps making the decision easier. Does that make sense? So deciding then comes into using affirmation work to really install these beliefs to be true. So it is working. I am creating a business. I am a successful business owner. I am a millionaire. I'm deciding that I get to be incredibly wealthy. I'm deciding that I get to be a best-selling author. It feels so exciting to know that I get to be a best-selling author, or to be, an actress, or to be cast in this movie, or to get that promotion. I love being in the position of having that promotion and getting to run this team, or getting to coach all of these people. What are the things that you're deciding to be true? And that's what you're leaning into, and whatever you need to expand on for that to make that feel good. So that might mean I want to create $1 million, for example, but I also need to add the affirmation work or the belief work that, I get to be really comfortable with money. Money gets to come into me. I get to feel really secure with money. Or when we're talking about rest, for example, I get to have a lifestyle where I get to take a vacation whenever I want. Rest gets to feel safe. I feel really good being in the feminine. I feel really good knowing that I've done all the work and that I've done enough to get the results that I want. So there might be expanded mindset pieces that you want to go into to really flesh it out, but it all comes down to the decision, and to internally even just say to yourself, I've made the decision that it's done. And to start, that might literally be enough of an affirmation. And if we want to make it a little bit easier, because that even in itself feels a little bit uncomfortable, to say, I'm choosing to decide that it gets to be done. It gets to be mine, and it's coming for me. It's coming into my life. So making that decision. These are literally the only two mindset pieces that you truly need, because like I said, they expand into so many different areas, and it really gives you a little bit of a variety of how can I go into proof today? How can I go into deciding today? And that's it. All right, let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, how this video felt, and what's in your mindset practice, and I will see you here next time.